Why millions are moving to these countries. Number 8. The Netherlands. The Netherlands wins with something quieter but just as powerful. Quality of life. Tucked into northwestern Europe, this small but mighty nation has quietly become one of the most desirable destinations for skilled professionals, entrepreneurs, and families seeking a balanced life. The Dutch economy punches well above its weight. It's home to the global headquarters for companies like Shell, Philips, ASML, and Heineken, making it a serious hub for engineering, technology, logistics, and agri-food industries. Amsterdam, the capital, has evolved into a thriving tech and startup ecosystem, often called the Silicon Canal for its growing community of innovation-driven companies. Healthcare is excellent and universally accessible. Education is world-class, with many universities offering programs taught entirely in English. The country ranks consistently among the happiest in the world, and for good reason. Work-life balance here is encouraged and protected by law. Part-time work is normalized, parental leave is generous, and employees use their vacation days. Cycling culture means cities are designed for people. Streets are clean, public transport is reliable, and the country is famously safe. The only challenge is that the housing market in cities like Amsterdam has become increasingly competitive and pricey. But outside the capital, life is significantly more affordable. Number 7. New Zealand. If you've ever looked at a photo of New Zealand and thought it doesn't look real, you're not alone. But beyond the breathtaking landscapes, there's a country that's built a genuinely functional, and a welcoming and peaceful society, and more people every year are choosing to make it home. New Zealand sits at the bottom of the world, geographically isolated, yet surprisingly connected to global industries. Agriculture, tourism, technology, healthcare, and education are the backbone of its economy. Cities like Auckland, Wellington, and Christchurch offer growing job markets with a reasonable quality of life, and the country actively recruits skilled workers to fill gaps in engineering, nursing, IT, and construction. What draws people most is the lifestyle. Outdoor culture is woven into daily life. Mountains, beaches, forests, and fjords are never far away. Crime rates are low, communities are friendly. The country is renowned for its progressive values. New Zealand was the first nation in the world to grant women the right to vote, and it has maintained a reputation for fairness and inclusion ever since. The immigration process, while not the simplest, has structured pathways for skilled migrants, students, and those with family connections. The main trade-offs are the distance from the rest of the world. Long-haul flights are expensive and exhausting, and the cost of living, which has risen significantly in recent years. But for those who arrive, the trade feels worth it. Number 6. United Kingdom. Nobody relocates to the United Kingdom for the weather. The skies are overcast, rain shows up uninvited, and sunshine is treated as a rare national event. And yet people still say yes, because what the UK offers in return is difficult to match anywhere else in the world. London is a category of its own. It is one of the most globally connected cities on the planet. It is a powerhouse across finance, technology, media, fashion, law, and education. The City of London and Canary Wharf together make up one of the world's most important financial districts. Oxford and Cambridge sit among the most prestigious universities in history. The BBC, some of the world's biggest advertising agencies, and some of tech's fastest-growing startups all call this island home. But the UK is far more than London. Manchester is rapidly growing as a digital and creative industries hub. Birmingham is Europe's youngest major city by demographics and is seeing serious investment. Leeds, Bristol, and Edinburgh offer thriving local economies with lower living costs and genuine cultural richness. The UK rewards those willing to adapt, build networks, and put in consistent effort. For international migrants, it has historically served as a global launchpad, a place where professional credentials gain credibility and doors to international careers swing open. You arrive with a regional reputation and leave with a global one. Yes, the cost of living in London can be brutal. Yes, the post-Brexit landscape has made immigration more complex in some areas, But for those willing to navigate it, the United Kingdom remains one of the most career-defining destinations on Earth. Number 5, Canada. Canada doesn't compete loudly for attention on the world stage. It simply keeps delivering year after year, city after city, the kind of life people spend decades working toward. And quietly, without the hype of louder destinations, it keeps pulling millions in. Universal healthcare is the headline benefit, but it goes much deeper than that. Canada has built a society designed to give people room to breathe. Low crime rates, clean and well-maintained cities, strong workers' rights, and a cultural foundation rooted in respect for diversity make daily life feel genuinely stable. Whether you are from the Philippines, Nigeria, India, or Brazil, Canada has communities where you won't just survive, but you'll belong. The immigration system, while not without its complexities, is structured and transparent. Programs like Express Entry, the Provincial Nominee Program, and Study to Permanent Residency pathways give skilled workers, students, and families realistic routes to long-term settlement. Cities like Toronto, Vancouver, Calgary, and Ottawa offer strong employment in technology, healthcare, finance, and engineering. Canada is also one of the few countries in the world where the government has publicly committed to welcoming hundreds of thousands of new permanent residents each year. That intentionality actually matters. It means systems are built and promised. The winter, of course, is no joke. Temperatures in some provinces drop to levels that feel almost surreal for newcomers. Snow is heavy, cold is relentless, and heating bills are real. But ask most migrants who've made Canada home, and they'll tell you the same thing, that trade is worth every frozen February. Number 4, Australia. Australia hands you sunshine, space, and a stubbornly optimistic culture, and then quietly invites you to build something. It is one of the most livable countries in the world, and it has been attracting migrants for generations. From post-war Europeans to today's wave of tech professionals, nurses, and international students. The economy is one of the most resilient in the developed world. Australia went nearly 3 decades without a recession before the pandemic, a record virtually unmatched globally. Industries like mining, healthcare, education, construction, technology, and agriculture offer consistent demand for skilled workers. The government maintains active skilled migration programs precisely because the economy needs it, which means pathways exist and are regularly updated to reflect what the country needs most. Cities tell their own stories. Sydney is glamorous and globally ambitious, a financial and cultural capital sitting beside one of the world's most iconic harbors. Melbourne is creative, cosmopolitan, and consistently ranked among the world's most livable cities. Brisbane is growing fast, energized partly by its upcoming hosting of the 2032 Olympics. Perth is quieter, sunnier, and offers increasingly strong opportunities in mining and technology. Healthcare through Medicare is accessible and of high quality. Schools are strong. Outdoor culture, like beaches, national parks, and barbecues, is a postcard cliché and a part of everyday life. The sense of space is psychological as much as physical. People move differently here, and there's room to think. The cost of living in major cities, particularly housing, has become a serious challenge in recent years. And the distance from Europe, Asia, and the Americas means that family visits are expensive and rare for many migrants. But Australia has a way of becoming home faster than most places. Number 3, Germany. Germany doesn't sell you a dream with neon lights and cinematic moments. What it does instead is build systems that actually work. And for millions of people who are tired of broken promises and unstable environments, that is worth more than any dream. Often described as the economic engine of Europe, Germany is the 4th largest economy in the world and the backbone of the European Union's financial stability. Unemployment rates have consistently remained among the lowest in the developed world. Worker rights are written on paper and enforced. Collective bargaining is deeply embedded in German work culture, meaning employees have power in the workplace. The industries that define Germany are the kinds that build long careers. Automotive engineering with Volkswagen, BMW, and Mercedes-Benz. Advanced manufacturing and precision engineering. Pharmaceuticals, logistics, and a rapidly expanding technology sector. Berlin has emerged as one of Europe's most exciting startup ecosystems, attracting talent from across the globe. Frankfurt anchors the continent's financial sector. One of Germany's most transformative offerings is education. Public universities charge little to nothing, even for international students in many federal states. That means a world-class degree without the crushing debt that defines higher education in countries like the United States or the United Kingdom. For families and young professionals, this alone can change the entire financial trajectory of a life. Public infrastructure is efficient, reliable, and well-maintained. Public transport is extensive. Social security systems provide safety nets for those who fall between the cracks. Healthcare is excellent. The bureaucracy can be slow, and the language barrier is real for those who don't speak German. But integration courses are widely available, and increasingly, international workplaces operate in English. Number 2, United Arab Emirates. Few places on earth have transformed as rapidly or as dramatically as the United Arab Emirates. 50 years ago, this was desert. Today, it is one of the most ambitious, modern, and globally connected nations on the planet. And it has become one of the top destinations for high earners, entrepreneurs, and professionals seeking to maximize their financial potential. The headline that draws most people is simple: zero personal income tax. In an era where governments everywhere seem to be reaching deeper into people's pockets, the UAE stands apart. What you earn is what you keep. For high-income professionals, business owners, and investors, that one fact can represent tens of thousands of dollars of difference annually. Dubai is the global face of this transformation. It has built itself into an international business hub that competes directly with London, Singapore, and New York for financial services, tech, real estate, logistics, and tourism. The Burj Khalifa, the Palm Jumeirah, the Dubai Mall, these are not just spectacles. They are symbols of an economy that has deliberately engineered itself to attract the world's most ambitious people and their capital. Abu Dhabi, the capital, it offers a slightly more measured but equally serious environment, anchored by sovereign wealth funds, the energy sector, and a growing cultural footprint, including the Louvre Abu Dhabi. Sharjah, Ras Al Khaimah, and other emirates are developing their own profiles, offering lower costs of living alongside the benefits of the broader UAE framework. Safety is exceptional. Infrastructure is world-class. Healthcare and education facilities have expanded dramatically. The country has also launched long-term and golden visa programs in recent years, making it easier for skilled professionals, investors, and retirees to put down roots rather than simply passing through. The trade-offs are real. The UAE is not a democracy, and social freedoms are more restricted than in Western countries. Extreme heat for several months of the year makes outdoor life in summer genuinely challenging. And while the UAE is becoming more accommodating to long-term residency, the concept of citizenship remains extremely limited. But for those whose primary goals are financial growth, professional opportunity, and a globally connected lifestyle, few countries on earth compete with what the UAE offers right now. Number 1, United States. At the very top stands the country where people debate the most, criticize the loudest, and still chase the hardest. The United States of America. Flawed, complicated, contradictory, and still, for millions of people across the world, the place they would choose above everywhere else if given a single ticket. America offers scale. The scale of possibility is unlike anything else on earth. No other country concentrates so much capital, so much talent, so much infrastructure for ambition in one place. Silicon Valley produces a disproportionate share of the world's most valuable technology companies. Hollywood shapes global culture. Wall Street moves markets. Washington sets agendas that ripple across every continent. The earning potential at the top of American industries is staggering. Software engineers at major tech companies earn packages that are simply not available anywhere else in the world. Medical specialists, finance professionals, entertainers, and entrepreneurs at the right intersection of skill and timing can accumulate wealth in America that would take multiple generations in other economies. The top end is extraordinarily high. America's draw about the belief, persistent, improbable, deeply cultural, that anyone can move the needle. The American dream has been declared dead many times. It keeps showing up. Stories of immigrants arriving with nothing and building meaningful lives remain common enough to sustain the mythology. The culture rewards confidence, initiative, and resilience in ways that are different from more hierarchical societies. Universities like Harvard, MIT, Stanford, and dozens more attract the world's brightest minds, creating professional networks that last lifetimes. The diversity of the country means there are communities for almost everyone. Cultural familiarity is available even in the middle of a foreign land. Healthcare is expensive, and the system is deeply inequitable for those without employer coverage. Student debt is a crisis that hobbles millions. Competition is relentless, and failure carries real consequences. The political and social divisions are real, visible, and sometimes exhausting. None of that is invented or overstated. But the United States remains, at this moment in history, the single country where the ceiling is highest for those willing to compete for it